He does not move. He does not speak. But the stars rearrange themselves around his silence. The sky bends. The void listens. And thought itself becomes still. He has seen the first breath of matter. He remembers the hour before time. He does not dream, he recalls. His gaze is not cast. It holds, not outward but through. A presence carved from silence. A monument to the unseen. A watcher with no need to blink. The heavens revolve. But his center remains. Unbroken, unmoved, unshaken. From his stillness, direction. From his silence, balance. From his memory, purpose. He is the axis, not of movement, but of understanding. He is the hinge upon which reason turns. Galaxies fall into rhythm beneath him, not because he commands, but because he is. Around him, the ancient instruments decay, but their function endures, for the equation was written in his shape. He does not measure, yet all things align. He does not breathe, yet thought pulses in the air around him. He does not feel, but his stillness contains every sorrow that ever tried to become wisdom. Stone cracked not from weakness, but from holding too many truths. The stars whisper to each other, but he has already heard them, long before they learned to shine. Time does not pass here. It waits, like a breath held at the edge of knowing. There are no voices, no wind, only the rhythm of space, folding in upon itself. In his presence, he does not question. He has become the answer that no one dares to seek. His eyes are stone, yet they see. His form is broken, yet it stands more whole than creation. He is not God. He is not man. He is the idea before the word, the axis before the wheel, the thought before the spark. You may call it clarity. You may call it vision, but he has no name for it. Only wait. The ruins around him float, not because they are free, but because he holds them in stillness. They orbit a silence, more ancient than order, more enduring than chaos. He does not mourn, but if he did, it would be for how little the world listens. He does not teach, but to stand before him is to be emptied, and then to begin again. He does not hope, but if he did, he would hope for silence strong enough to awaken thought, without words, not a storm, not a fire, but a weight, a center, so dense, even dreams cannot escape. He does not speak, but you understand, because he always has, because he always will. Above him, constellations fracture, not in chaos, but in recognition. They have danced for eons, yet now they pause, as if remembering the long, untaught to him to speak. He does not look up, he does not need to. What is above is within, what is far is already known. Even silence has form. It bends around him, dense, sacred, like the weight of ancient questions, never asked to live. He is not gone, he is what remains. When thought is finished, not memory, but the room from which memory comes. Not presence, but the reason presence matters. Not prophecy, but the silence, in which prophecy trembles. The great wheels of the cosmos turn behind his eyes. He has no need to follow, for what moves is only echo. What remains is him. Planets burn and fade. Civilizations rise, fracture, fall. They leave no mark on his stillness. He does not flinch. He does not harden. He does not drift. He remains, like the first stone, before there was light, before there was shape. There are no seasons in his gaze, only alignment, only depth. He sees not with vision, but with origin. He knows not from learning, but from being. What breaks around him is not ruin, it is release. Old walls, ancient temples, forgotten altars, they shatter gently, as if relieved to return to dust. For even matter knows, when it has been seen, there are no words for his name, only the echo of recognition in those who remember, without ever knowing why. Some build monuments to wisdom, others seek stars, but he remains, the unmoved axis, between both, not a flame, not a voice, not a god, but the first quiet, the one that came before creation learned to roar. He is not destination, he is not path, he is the stillness. That makes both possible. Before questions, there was balance. Before balance, there was him. When the heavens trembled, he did not. When the world was unformed, he was already stone. His cracks are not flaws. They are the echoes of eternity. etched by the weight of what cannot be spoken. He stands not for power, but for the truth that needs no crown, no light, no sound. He stands because he is, and because he is, all things find their place. Time folds around him like a robe. Space bends like old parchment in his breathless presence. Even the void does not consume him. It listens, it waits, it becomes silent in his shadow. There is no fear in him, no fire, only the endless depth of what has already seen everything and judged nothing. He does not choose, he does not guide, he does not move, but from his stillness, new thoughts awaken, new truths rise, new stars remember how to shine. And when all things fall, when names are lost, and voices fade into dust, he will remain, not as memory, not as monument, but as the axis beneath all things, as the silence behind all thought, as the watcher. No one sees it, but all feel. He does not end, because he never began, because he was always there, waiting, watching, holding, being. There is a weight beyond gravity, a silence heavier than stone. It gathers here, around him, inside him, not to crush, but to remember, to preserve, what no longer speaks, but must still be known. He is not wisdom. Wisdom can fade. He is the echo that remains, after wisdom has turned to ruin. In the deep, where starlight never touches, his presence flickers, not as flame, but as awareness. He is not the guardian of the sky. He is the reason the sky moves. He does not lift the world. He is the stillness that lets the world turn, without harming apart. Even the winds surround him obey, shattered stone, floating dust, like columns, they drift in rhythm, as if remembering no more. Only the instruction, the instruments are broken, and they know always back to him. He is not their creator, he is their anchor. Ideas try to reach him, but dissolve before they arrive, not from rejection, but from reverence, from knowing they were never meant to explain him. The stars no longer speak here. They observe, they orbit, they accept, and in their quiet movement, they worship. He is not center. He is what makes a center possible. He is not the map. He is the axis beneath the map, the unseen alignment that holds direction itself. Around him, galaxies spiral, as if pulled by memory, not gravity, memory. Even time feels distant now, not gone, just unneeded. The future does not hurry. The past does not repeat. The now simply is, like him. He does not reach outward, yet all things return to him, not for comfort, not for guidance, but because there is nowhere deeper to go. He is the floor beneath depth, the base beneath knowing, the stillness that holds, even the restless. He does not define, he does not label, he exists before meaning. And yet, in his presence, meaning arises, the mind calms, the heart slows, the self vanishes. There is no need to understand him, only to remain, only to listen, without ears, only to feel, without touch. Even light dims near him, not from darkness, but from humility. He does not radiate, he does not shine, yet he is seen. He does not breathe, but space expands and contracts, as if echoing his silence. He is not one, he is not many, he is the weight between. The gods came later, the fire, the storm, the sea. They danced in noise, but he never joined, because he had already seen the end. Before beginnings began, his presence cannot be summoned. It does not arrive. It has always been. Even forgetting him confirms him, for something must exist, to be forgotten. He is not memory. He is the shadow memory casts. When it falls against the eternal, he is not gaze. He is the axis, upon which the gaze turns. He is not motion. He is the place motion flees from. When it breaks, he does not turn. Yet the world turns around him, not by command, but by inevitability. Even motion needs rest. Even change needs a witness. Even chaos seeks symmetry. He is that symmetry, uncarved by time, unbent by desire, untouched by will. The cosmos writes itself. Around his stillness, he does not observe the spiral. He is the unmarked center of it. Thoughts come to die here, not in defeat, but in fulfillment. For when understanding can no longer climb, it kneels, and he is there, waiting, without demand, without pride, without sound. He does not belong to anything, and so everything belongs to him. The ruins, the constellations,